Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're gonna be making a video where I'm trying to explain how to get better at Airsoft. If you've followed my channel, you've already seen I have 3 parts, playing whatever, 3 parts of this series, and I'm gonna make a 4th part now of how to get better at Airsoft. So I hope you will enjoy, I hope you will like, subscribe and leave a comment on the video of something I can maybe improve to the next ones, because you can always improve. So thank you for watching and enjoy the video. Okay, so the video we're gonna watch today is one of my most successful videos I have on my channel. Okay, today's video is a video that's probably been one of my most successful videos of all time on my channel. It's a video where I shoot a ton of people at a huge event. It was like 60 versus 60, and you know, that's quite a lot of people in Airsoft. And we're using an old field that's being used by the police and fire department currently to train and do practice. So yeah, let's get into the video. So the first important thing you see is that we start running, and we don't just start running just without having a plan. We managed and we planned the plan. We had a plan before we started playing, and the plan was to rush as fast as possible up to their positions so we can lock them out and lock them close to the spawn so they're not going to be able to get out. Since this first game is just about dominating the other team, I guess you could say. This was just TDM, like team deathmatch, and I'm running around with my friend, and we're already pushing. We're pushing as close as possible, and I'm trying to clear my corners here while my friend has my left side. As you saw, I just passed him. So now we are talking about if we should push or not. As you see here, I start pushing closer and closer, and I'm slowly and carefully looking at all the corners. I see someone here, I just zap him down. We were allowed to use full auto here. This is one of the first events I ever used full auto at. I definitely used full auto, maybe a little bit too much, but it was fun. I enjoy it. Very nice, full auto. So we're talking about here, and we're trying to plan how do we hold this position the best as possible. My friend says he has a DMR, so obviously he needs a higher position than me, so he can shoot a little bit longer. He told me to take his right side, so I'm gonna clear the right side now as much as possible. I see someone, I give him one shot. I see another guy, I give a couple shots because he doesn't react. Then I see a sniper, and I obviously shoot him. And you can see a lot of people walking into the spawn over there. Then I get shot, and I'm like, okay, what can I do? I run instantly back to my position, and my friend is still standing there, and he's still trying to hold them down. So what we can do is to just hold them down. And by holding them down and just trying to keep a long distance away, we're trying to force them to... Okay, stop. So at this point we are holding them down, and we're trying to hold them as far away as possible from us. The way we're doing that is just by laying down BBs like crazy, trying to keep them away so we will get them to focus at us, because we don't have unlimited respawns. So the way we're doing this is by simply just laying down fire. So as you see, a guy just pushed up, and I shot him because I was told by the sniper behind me that they pushed up on the side. It's very important to communicate with the team while you're playing to have a chance of holding down the other team, because without teamwork there's no way to make the dream work. I really just said that, yeah, but I mean, it's very important in Airsoft, because you can be extremely good and hold down a team yourself, but you're gonna run out of BBs, and it's obviously gonna be really hard for you in the end, because it's impossible for you to cover every single angle. So when you're playing with a team, it's kind of smart and a good priority for you to run with a team where you can actually communicate using radios, using hand signs, doing whatever you want basically. I mean, you get in Airsoft what you put into it. So if you put in a lot of time and effort in learning to communicate with your teammates or your friends, you're obviously gonna do better. So at this point, we've just been standing here and dominating the other team. We've been shooting like crazy. I already have 13 kills, and I only have 1 death. So I mean, you could say that's kind of nice. I mean, it's kind of nice. It's also important while you're playing airsoft to be very careful who you're shooting at, because for example, as the guy you see I'm shooting here, I already shot him, but it was so far away. I would guess it's like, how long would it be? It's like 50, 60 meters away, probably, that guy. Around that, maybe, I don't know. And I don't have a zoomed scope or anything, so it's very hard for me to see who I'm shooting at so far away. So be careful when you play airsoft that you don't just overshoot people to just overshoot. That's a huge tip, and it's kind of important because people will get kind of mad. So my plan now is to push over to get a different position. So I'm not gonna be as recognizable because I've been standing the same place for quite a long time. So I'm trying to see if I can get a quick second to cross. I cross the road, and obviously they instantly fire after me. Over here I get into kind of predicament, I guess you could say. Since I'm surrounded by barrels, it's very hard for me to know if people are shooting me or if it's ricocheting. I as a player think it's very important to call it as soon as possible. Even if you're not sure you're hit, just call it. I felt a BB for sure when I got hit here. Let me show you. After these guys are obviously annihilate again, they obviously get, you know, what can you say, killed quite a lot. So here it happens. So I just get shot here now. Boom! I'm like, oh, I think, hey, it's hits. But it was just a ricochet. You could see that when you look at the GoPro footage again. So, I mean, it's better be honest, and you know, if you're not always sure, it doesn't really matter. Just call it if you feel you get hit. I mean, I've called a lot of times where I didn't get hit. So we respawn again, and this time we said, okay, we're gonna take city before we are in the fields. Not the fields, like at the huge open fields, I guess you can say. And now we're planning to take the city, so we are gonna be able to have a bigger impact, because when you're in the city you can stand on different levels, and if you stand on different levels, it's obviously way harder for them to hit you, since you have the longer range, because the way hop up works, and you can shoot out a BB longer. So the more the higher you up, the more range you get. Oh, you see the guy in front of me? He quickly do a little yeet. He just yeet the fucking thing over. You're not allowed to do that. So now I know I'm getting close to the enemy, and I'm trying to push behind them. My phone, sorry. Okay, I see the person. I quickly shoot him. He get completely wrecked. Now I see, okay, these guys is long away. I'm shooting like 0 joules, and I'm just fully outing them. I kill this guy. I thought I killed him already, but he shoot me again. So yeah, I respawn. Okay, so this time I'm saying, okay, we need to take the city, and like, it's very important if we want to win the game. So at this point, the game is getting pretty close to end, like the first part of the game, and I'm just pushing as fast as I can. And instead of not taking a shot I'm not sure of, I swap my pistol out to my M4, and I just shoot him through the thing, like shoot him through the crack. When you're playing airsoft, it's very important to not just take shots to take shots. A lot of times it's really good to take a shot if you're sure you're getting the kill, since that's gonna make sure you don't get killed yourself, and it's kind of annoying to get killed, you know. It's not fun. I just say a quick hi to the opposite team because they're in there. Okay, this round we are planning to go in and take the big house in the middle. Here I'm like, oh, what just happened? Because the thing just got changed, like the field, they change up all the time. Just to make it a little bit more interesting, since if the field is the same all the time, you know, obviously you're gonna know it every single round. So they actually swap it up between rounds. So always orientate yourself when you're playing on the field, and try to keep your teammates updated if something is changed. Also for safety, just in general. So, okay, I push into this house, and I hear people. I'm like, okay, what do I do? I have my pistols out because there's 0 meters safety distance on that. You can just shoot how close ever you want. I hear them. I'm like, okay. I hear there's a couple people. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 people. So I plan to look through the cracks, because obviously they're not gonna shoot me through the crack. They quickly see me. I push them. I shoot both guys real quick, like just like quick slow motion, no, and I killed them and I hide away because I wasn't sure if there was more people. Always, if you get some kills and you're not on some crazy massacre and just running like crazy, it's very smart to take just a second to breathe, to think where you are, how are you gonna attack the whole thing, how are you gonna clear the levels if you're in a house, for example, like I'm trying to clear now. Sorry, my cat is going nuts. I'm not sorry, she's beautiful, so she's very baby. Sabi, can you stop, please? Hey, I'm making a video, yeah? she's kind of great. She's a very baby. Anyways, so I'm in this house. At this point, I'm like, okay, what's going on? I have 31 kills, 3 deaths. I'm like, holy. Okay, so my plan now at this point is to push up the house, like up the door. As you saw, I just saw a guy. I shoot real quick. I'm not sure what to do. I don't hit him. I'm like, okay, what am I doing? I need to orientate myself now. What am I actually doing? How can I actually get into this room without getting killed? Because it's a long way back. I pre-fire a little bit. I don't get anything. I'm like, okay, what's going on? I look in real quick. I see him. He doesn't hit me. I shoot. I push back and I get a kill because he pushes me around the corner. So that's kind of cool and it's kind of fun. That's how you clear a building real quick, I guess. And I just shot 2 unaware people real quick. But I mean, that's how it be sometimes. Okay, so we push out of the house. I push out of the house. I'm like, okay, what can I do now? Since they don't have unlimited lives, they are running low on obviously lives, respawns. So we're pushing closer to the respawn now. We're getting a little bit greedy. A little bit griefy too, I guess you could say. It's not very nice what we're actually doing. It's kinda rude, but I mean, we were having fun. We were getting an immense amount of kills. I have 34 kills at this point, and I have 3 deaths. I'm completely on fire. I'm enjoying this way too much. I find a little spot I can stand, and I try to find a way to elevate myself in here. So obviously, I'm gonna be shooting a very long range at this point. It's around 70 meters. 70 meters I'm gonna be shooting, I think. And obviously, for me to have a chance, I need to aim way ahead of them and just full auto because it's a long freaking way to shoot. So yeah. So I stand here and I'm telling my teammates over radio, because actually one of them is beside. I'm telling one of radio they're pushing out and we can actually get this position and shoot them here. So that's kind of nice. I always try to pre-fire a lot of places. Like you just saw the window, since it's kind of smart if you actually get some kills. So I'm pre-firing these people running here, just shooting them while they come out of spawn, and they only have limited life left. At this point, I'm also trying to curve my BBs because I have to aim the BBs a little bit to the left, but I can't shoot them. So I actually managed to curve them and get a kill, like extremely far away. So that's kind of cool. At this day, I'm running 1.6 joule with 0.36 gram BBs. So that's kind of cool. At this point, I'm getting kind of eager. I'm like, okay, what can I do? Okay, I just want to push. So I push them. I push closer. Okay, at this point, I'm signaling to my team that I'm going to push the spawn. And the only way I can push the spawn is that if I do it slowly, because otherwise I'm just going to be caught out and I'm obviously going to get shot. And that's not my plan, since I'm trying to have a crazy kill streak going here. 30 kills and 3 deaths, and I mean, it's nothing special, but I mean, it's kind of cool. So I shoot them, they're just standing in spawn, and they don't even notice where I was shooting from. They're just standing there. Maybe they're talking tactics, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I shoot a sniper just standing in spawn. Imagine a sniper standing inside of spawn and shooting out of spawn. I guess if they can stand inside of spawn and shoot out of spawn, we can shoot inside too. So, yeah. I mean, fair has to be fair. Oh yeah, that's just me swearing a little bit. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. So I decided to push the spawn now, again, from a different angle, since they already saw which angle I was in. A guy shot after me in here with his pistol. He doesn't hit me for some reason. He just stops shooting, and then I obviously shoot back and I kill him instantly. And I'm just laughing at him. I'm like, how did you miss me? How? But I mean, leaves, I don't know. It happens, I guess. But I mean, that's just it. So at this point, I'm just standing here around the house with the spawn. and I'm just trying to look around to see, okay, where are they? Can I spot them anywhere? Because as you're very aware of at this point, there's not a people left. I have 43 kills and 3 deaths. So at this point, the field are pretty cleared up. I look in and I see a few people sitting in spawn. I try to take my time to shoot. I literally can't hit him because he's sitting right behind like a wooden plank or whatever. I don't know what it's called actually. But the way I set my hop up during this day, I set it so I overhop a little bit since I have so huge ranges. At this point, I'm asking the ref, I'm like, yo, are these teams not quite unfair? Because it feels kind of weird. I'm like, where are they? I can't even see them. I mean, so yeah. Okay, I tried to do my last push here now. As you saw to the right side, someone just walked off the field. There's really not a lot of people left. I see one in the corner. I shoot him twice because apparently the first time he doesn't realize it, so whatever. I shoot a sniper over the feed. I'm like, ha ha! And they're literally walking off the field. So we just won the game by playing extremely aggressive, having a lot of teamwork, communicating with your team all the time, telling them where you are and asking where they are. And always try to be a fun and exciting player. It's always fun to play with someone who's not rude or arrogant or a piece of... Yeah, so yeah, try to be nice. So in general of how to become a better player, there's a lot of ways to become a better player, and there's no real recipe of how becoming a better player. Because what works for me might not work for you when I'm just trying to share what I know. And I'm not saying I'm an amazing player. I think I'm not an amazing player. I think I know the basics and I'm pretty decent at using the basic things I know. So imagine, how would you want to get better at Airsoft? Is there any areas you think you need? Like knowing how to use your setup correctly, your weapon, your chest rigs, quick reload, effective reloads, knowing how to use your red dot correctly. Is it sighted incorrectly? Is the BB actually hitting where your red dot is? Obviously it's not going to be like that in 2 kilometers away. Do you have radio? Are you communicating with your team? Because if you're sitting on the field and you're like yelling like crazy, obviously the opposite team can also hear you, which means they're gonna not entirely know your position, but they're obviously gonna know where you are. So try to communicate with team, have maybe a radio, know your equipment, and most importantly, know your gun, like your BB gun. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching today's video. I am happy that you keep following me and you keep watching my videos, or maybe this is your first video. So if it is, please hit that like button, subscribe and leave a comment, and see you again next time. Thank you for watching.